Fighting fire in frigid wind chill and freezing rain. This was in Tualatin at a commercial building off Southwest Tualatin Sherwood Road and 97th this morning. The investigation found the fire was caused by an electrical problem and there were no injuries. And more fires in Portland also downed trees and there were crashes, keeping local fire crews very busy.
This is something our Brandon Thompson is looking into, even learning what the firefighters had to do so they could stay safe during their emergency response in these dangerous temperatures, Brandon.
They had to call in a bus to keep out of the elements and stay warm when they were responding to a fire off of Northwest 18th Street. That fire had such strong winds fueling it that when firefighters were fighting the fire inside, they had to be called out because their other crews saw that flames were on the floors above them. They also told us about a person who severely burned themselves just trying to keep themselves warm. A midnight fire sending flames 3 stories high.
That firefighters just really, they had no choice. They just had to try to be defensive and keep themselves safe.
Firefighters went inside to try and save the building, but crews on the outside saw flames on the floors above, then a fire in the basement as well.
It can get above us or below us and we're not aware, so we have to really rely on our teammates, and so that's what happened in this situation.
Trying to keep an icy rain from steaming as they got near hot flames, a bus kept firefighters out of the elements.
Just out there getting really, really cold when they're not in the fire, and then they're getting hot when they're in the fire, and they're sweating in their uniforms, and they're coming back and they're in the cold.
The fire, just one of several calls Portland Fire and Rescue has been on in this storm.
There's so much to talk about when the weather's like this, because it's different enough for us here in the Northwest.
They've responded to car crashes where cars slide into each other and slide into people.
Obviously, we ask people just not to drive at all, but if you are, you have to be hyper vigilant.
They've been on calls of downed trees into power lines, medical calls, and a report of a person who severely burned themselves trying to stay warm.
The person that found them, described it as it looked like an action movie. So we really ask people, if you're heating homes or structures in any way that's not normal, and even if it is a way that's normal, just be really, really cautious about those things.
Asking people not to throw caution into an ever-freezing wind. So there are a lot of things that happen during these storms that don't quite rise to the level of 911. But if you see like a tree down or someone outside who is unsheltered needing help, you're urged to call the non-emergency 211 to get somebody to respond. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Brandon Thompson, KOIN 6 News.